Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and today in this video I'm going to show you how to migrate or upgrade VMware vSphere from 6.7 to 7.0. So this is going to be basically vCenter Server Appliance migration, or you can say upgrade from the vCenter Server Appliance 6.7 to 7.0. So in this video I'm totally going to focus on upgrade or migration only, and later on I am going to create a full tutorial on VMware vCenter Server 7, like how to deploy, how to configure, how to use. So everything is going to come soon. So let's begin with the upgrade or migrate. Since I'm going to migrate my current vCenter Server Appliance 6.7 to 7.0. So before you move to upgrade, you need to must go ahead and check the upgrade path or metrics, like which version of vCenter server you are currently running and which where you want to migrate. So if you see here, we are running basically 6.7 U3, which is supported for the migration to 7.0. So I'm running the most latest version of vCenter server appliance, which is 6.7 on U3. So we are supported for the 7.0 upgrade. And if you are running any other older, like you can say the older appliance, you can go ahead and check those. If those metrics are supported by the VMware, you are good to go ahead and migrate. So if I talk, you can, if you are running basically a 6.5, you are good to go to upgrade to vCenter servers 7.0. So before you start the planning for the upgrade, you must need to go on VMware website and see the upgrade path or metrics. So this is my demo environment which I'm going to use in this video. So the first machine is Win 10 CL console. Basically this is my client machine where I have installed the console and everything. So I'm going to work from this machine, and I'm going to run the upgrade from this Windows 10 machines. And a part of that, I have one domain controller which is Win2K12 DC01. This is working as a domain controller, Active Directory and DNS server. I got one esxi server which is Win2K12, esxi01, esxi which is my esxi server providing LUNs to my esxi host for the data store provision. And I got two virtual machines here, and this is my IN VCSA 01 which is running on VCSA 6.7 Linux appliance, and we are going to upgrade this machine. And I got two prod esxi 01 and 02 host which is running on 6.7. So let's get started. So this is my Win2K12 DC01. You can see the Active Directory and DNS role is running on this machine, and this is my esxi server which having storage for my, you can see here it's got storage connected with the prod esxi cluster. So this is my esxi server, and I got this machine which is my Windows 10 client machine. As I said, I'm going to take the remote and everything from this machine, or access the VCSA environment from this machine. So I got access to both my prod esxi 01 and prod esxi 02, and this is my basically vCenter server. So IN VCSA 01, and this is my esxi host is also virtualized host which is running on my VMware workstation, since this is a lab environment. So this is my all infrastructure. So let's get started. So the first thing which you need a VMware vSphere vCenter server 7.0 ISO. So I'm going to mount that ISO in my Windows 10 client machine. So from here I'm going to browse it. So I'm going in my ISO of VMware full. I got my vCenter, so VCSA 7. So I'm going to open it. So now you can see I got mounted this disk in my DVD drive, so D drive. So I'm going to in a VCSA UI installer and then Win32, and from here I'm going to launch the installer. Just double click on it. So we got few options here by this, like install, upgrade, or others options, migrate. So you can see install, upgrade, migrate, and restore. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to upgrade this environment from the existing vCenter server appliance to latest one. So go ahead and click on upgrade. So now it's going to ask you the introduction. This installer will allow you to upgrade uh, vCenter server appliance 7.0. So we are good. Just click next, and the end user license, I accept the license terms, click next. And this is now asking for your source appliance. So if you can provide the FQDN or the IP address also. So I'm going to provide the FQDN INVCSA 01 dot vector infosol dot LAN, and now it's going to check connect to the source. So it's got connected, and now it's going to ask you the SOS username. It's already taken, and now you need to provide the password for SOS. Also you need to have a password for root um, appliance root account. So you need these two passwords before you start the migration. So now esxi host or vCenter which manage the source appliance, so it's going to be the same because this itself a vCenter server appliance. So now I'm going to put the administrator user ID and password here. So click next and click yes, and where now it's going to ask you the vCenter server deployment target, so where you want to deploy. So I'm going to use the same name here because my destination is also same. So I'm just going to type here INVCSA 01 dot vector infosol dot LAN. So what it's going to do, it's going to take any of the hosts from my vCenter, this vCenter server, and it's going to deploy on any of those ESXi hosts. So I'm good with that. Just click next, and if you want to go ahead and deploy to any individual ESXi host, you can do that also. So now it's asking the data center, so click next folder. Now it's going to ask you the cluster, so I can provide my prod cluster, and it's going to take any of the hosts from there. Click next, and now it's going to set up the vCenter name. So VM name, I'm going to give it VCSA 70, and the root appliance password, so I'm going to give complex password here and click next. So our current VCSA is running with the name INVCSA 67, so I given the latest one 70. So I'm going to use the TNA deployment here, else if as per your requirement you can go ahead and select the which type of deployment you want and what you want to support. So I'm going to with this option which is enough for basically in a demo environment. So TNA, go ahead and click next. Now it's going to ask you the storage, so I'm going to use the thin disk mode, and I'm going to select my prod DS03 data store. Click next. Now it's going to ask you the network settings, so it's require one temporary network, basically IP address. So I'm going to give a temporary network from the same range where my VCSA is currently. So and now we need to give the subnet mask, gateway, and the DNS. So I'm going to use my Active Directory as a DNS, so click next. So now we are ready to deploy. So source VCSA is INVCSA 01, and target is also same, VM name which we typed, and deployment type, storage is default, so data store cluster, data store which we are going to select, and thin, and these are the network settings. So we are good. Just click on finish. So now you can see upgrade and stage 1 deploy vCenter server is initializing, and soon you will see here one vCenter, you can say VCSA 70 is now created, and it's going to deploy this machine. You can see deploy OVF template task is running, and it's got 2% completed. So this is going to take some time to deploy the vCenter server appliance. So I'm going to pause the recording here, and once the deployment is done I will go and resume from there. So now you can see moreover the deployment is finished, but it's waiting for the RPM installation to start. So if I go now and check, you can see the virtual machine is powered on, which is VCSA 70. You can see here, and it's got the login screen also, but at the back end the installation wizard is pushing the RPM, or you can see the plugins to this machine. So this is also going to take some time, so be standby till the time the installation is in progress. So overall, this deployment and the installation and post configuration task for this appliance is going to take around 10 minutes. So you need to make sure everything is goes well, and you need to just sit standby. You can see lots of thing is going on with the appliance itself, because it's running the some kind of configurations at the back end, which we have given during the installation, you can say the deployment task. So it's going to configure all those settings in appliance. Now you can see it's kind of is starting the appliance services, and you can see also taken the appliance a temporary IP address which we have provided. So it's doing the post installation task. So now you can see installed VMware appliances is going to be installed, so it's 91% finished. Yeah, so now you can see, if you go ahead and want to log into the appliance management console, you can do it now. So it's going to take few more seconds to get the installation done, and we are ready to proceed with the stage 2, which is actual migrations. So now stage 2 is completed successfully. You have successfully deployed your vCenter server. So now if I go here, you can see the both vCenter 67 and VCSA 70 is running on the same time, because it's basically not identical right now. So what I'm going to do now, let's proceed with the stage 2, which is going to be actual migration. So now you can see upgrade, which is stage 2. So click next, and this is stage 2 to upgrade source vCenter server. So stage 1 we have successfully completed. Click next. Now it's going to connect with the source appliance, and it's going to do some pre-upgrades check in at the background. So it's going to take some time, they might be going to take few minutes, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So just wait for it. So once everything goes well, it's going to give you the option to go ahead and click next. So just wait for some time. Also, I recommend you to go ahead and initiate the full backup of your source appliance if you're having any third-party backup tool, which is going to take your appliance management appliance virtual machine backup. Like we have configured in last few videos, we have configured the Veeam backup and replication backup for the vCenter appliance, and we have even successfully deleted and restored our backup our vCenter server 6.7 from the backup appliance. So that I have also checked, so we are good from the backup standpoint. So now we are ready to go ahead and run the upgrade. So if you don't have backup, just go and make sure you have a most recent backup before you start the upgrade. So it's going to give you some warning related to like update manager 7. It's not going to copy to your source, because it's includes some OS or guest image package which is related to this esxi 6.0 or lower version host patch baseline. So we are good with that. Just go ahead and click close, and now select the upgrade data. So I'm going to migrate everything like configuration, inventory, task, event, performance metric, everything. So it's going to take, its estimated time is 33 minute downtime, but it's going to take more, not more than 33. So click next, and I don't want to join since this is a demo, so just go ahead and click next, and ready to complete. So this is your going to be your source, and this what type of, it's like source vCenter with embedded PSC, and this is our target which we have. And I have a backup which we have discussed. Backup backup of the source vCenter servers. So go ahead and click finish, and now it's going to say like your source vCenter will be going to be shut down. So go ahead and click OK, and upgrade is initiated, and now you will soon see the this vCenter VCSA 67 is going to be shut down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to log into my esxi host itself to just monitor the status. So root and my password for esxi host to login, and I can see here I got one machine which is VCSA 67, so it's going to be shut down soon. And on my other esxi host I got 3 virtual machine, I guess. So you can see VCSA 70 is running on this machine, so we are good. And now you can see it's copying the data from the source vCenter servers to target vCenter servers. So at the back end it's started the copying of the data from the source to destination, so it's going to take some time. So now the most of the process is automated. You don't need to do anything now in this upgrade a wizard, so it's going to just take some time. As it's stated before, it's going to take around 33 minutes, and in the 33 minute after 33 minutes you will get your vCenter Appliance 70 which we have deployed up and running, which vCenter Server Appliance 7. So I'm just going to pause the recording here, and once this wizard stage 2 is completed, I'm going to resume from there. So now you can see we got a message related to TSL, which is TSL 1 and improve security, and vSphere 7. So we can go ahead and close this, and now you can see upgrade stage 2 is completed, so all the task has been completed successful. Let's go ahead and close this. And now if I log into my vCenter server again, esxi host basically, to see where my VCSA 70 is. So you can see here our VCSA 7.0 is running here. And now let's try to log into our vCenter server. So this is my appliance address basically. So now you can see the legacy, you can say the flash player has been removed from vCenter server 7. So just we got HTML5 options, so let's go ahead and launch it. So as per my experience, UI in vSphere 7 has been improved, and it's pretty fast now. And also if you look like the GUI interface is a little bit changed, which is also good. So just typing my credential. Also now you can see VCSA 01, it's running the version 7.0.0. so our VCSA has been successfully upgraded to 7. And just check out the appliance management console once. So I'm going to log in appliance management console, just type the root and the credential for password for root account, and now you can see it's running version vCenter server appliance version 7 and vCenter server with an embedded platform service controller. So everything looks good here. So I'm just going to reset these alarms to green. So now you can see VCSA appliance, which is VCSA 67 is now powered off, and 670 is in production now. So this is all about how to upgrade your vCenter server appliance from 6.7 to 7.0. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe me for more videos. And if you have any query, any question related to this or any other video, you can always post me in my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.